Welcome to RTB, the podcast for aviation geeks, made by aviation geeks. In today's episode, that epic SR-71 Blackbird speed check story.
The fastest aircraft ever built wasn't just about breaking speed records, it was about the delicate dance between two humans pushing the absolute limits of what's possible in our atmosphere.
That's fascinating because most people think of the SR-71 Blackbird as just this incredible machine. But there's this whole human element that rarely gets discussed.
Well, picture this. You're flying so high that you can see the curvature of the Earth, moving at 3 times the speed of sound, and yet the most memorable moment comes down to a simple radio conversation.
Tell me more about these two crew members. They were finishing up their training mission, right?
Exactly. They needed exactly 100 hours in the jet to be considered mission ready. And get this, they're cruising at 80,000 feet, where the sky is turning black and they can literally see from Arizona to the California coast.
You know what's really interesting about that altitude? Commercial airliners typically fly at around 35,000 feet, so these guys were more than twice as high.
And that's where this whole story starts to get interesting. There's this unwritten code in aviation. Controllers always use this calm, professional Houston center voice, while pilots try their best to sound like Chuck Yeager.
Like this whole theatrical performance playing out in the sky, right?
Exactly. So here's how it unfolds. First, this little Cessna asks for a speed check. Controller comes back, 90 knots. Then a twin Beach pilot chimes in, probably feeling pretty good about his 125 knots.
And then, oh man, this Navy F-18 pilot jumps in, even though he's got all that fancy equipment telling him exactly how fast he's going.
Well, that's the thing. He's not asking because he needs to know. He's asking because he wants everyone else to know he's doing 620 knots. It's like the aviation equivalent of revving your engine at a stoplight.
So our SR-71 crew is up there watching this whole drama unfold. Must have been pretty tempting to jump in.
That's what makes this story so perfect. The front seater is literally fighting the urge to grab the radio, but he can't, because they've established this protocol where the back seater handles communications.
And this is where the real magic happens, right? When they become more than just two guys in a cockpit.
You know what's amazing? Without a single word between them, the back seater just knows exactly what needs to be done. He clicks that mic button and, cool as can be, asks for their ground speed.
And the controller comes back with 1,842 knots. I mean, that's like New York to London in under 2 hours kind of speed.
But here's the cherry on top. The back seater doesn't just leave it there. He comes back with this perfectly delivered line about how they're actually showing closer to 1,900 knots on the money.
That must have been like dropping a sonic boom on everyone's ego down there.
Well, what's really fascinating is how this moment transcended just being about speed. It became this perfect demonstration of crew coordination, timing, and psychological warfare, all executed without a single word between them.
And after that, complete radio silence all the way to the coast, right?
Because really, what could anyone possibly say when you're going 3 times faster than the next fastest thing in the sky? You've pretty much ended the conversation, isn't it?
You know what makes this story so timeless? It captures something fundamentally human. That desire to occasionally remind everyone else that you're the best at what you do.
But doing it with such style and precision that even the people you're showing up can't help but admire how you did it. That's the real art here. Not just being the fastest, but knowing exactly when and how to prove it.
And in the end, it became one of those perfect moments that both crew members would never forget. The day when it really was pure fun to be the fastest guys out there.
You know, in all the years since the SR-71 retired, no aircraft has come close to matching its speed record. It's like they didn't just win the race, they just ended it.
Thanks for stopping by, friends. See you soon in the next episode of RTB. Happy landings.